Hello and welcome to a new lesson with Super Teacher channel. In this lesson I'm going to explain for you the polynomials. Inshallah it will be very easy for you, but before we start, please if you didn't subscribe until now, subscribe the channel and press like so the channel will be bigger and bigger. Let's start with the first question, and while I'm explaining the question I will explain the lesson. Find the degree and the number of terms of each polynomial and write it in standard form. Okay, we have a polynomial here. Polynomial means it consists of many terms. Like here a term and here a term. So we have here 4 terms. So this polynomial consists of 4 terms. And also there's another classifications for this. It's about the degrees. So we have the number of terms and we have the degrees. So which one is the largest degree here is 3d to the power of 3. So I will write it. So it is for the degree it is the 3rd degree. 3rd degree. Okay. What about the number of terms? With 4 terms. 1, 2, this is term, and this is a term, and this is a term, and this is a term. Don't forget to take the operation with the letter or with the term. Okay, the operation before the term with the term. So it is 3rd degree with 4 terms. Now let's see, now we have to write it in standard form. Standard form means I'm going to write from the biggest degree until the least degree. So we have this one first, 3d cube. Now I will use this one, plus 12d square. Why I put plus? Because here the sign is positive. Then minus d, then plus d. Here, what is the degree of d? The degree of d here is 0. Sorry, here the degree is 1, and here the d, there is no d here. So the degree of d is 0. So this is 3, and this is 2, and this is the degree is 1, and here the degree is 0. So I have to put it from the greatest to the least. 3, then 2, then 1, then 0. When you have any letter that there is no degree on it, that means it's 1. And if you have a number, so the degree of the variable will be 0. Let's see another question. Minus 6y to the power 4 plus 3y to the power 5 plus 6. So here, what is the degree of this polynomial? The degree, I will take it with the largest degree. Here it will be the 5th degree. With how many terms? 3 terms. Okay, so now let's write it in standard form. It will be, first of all, I write the 3y to the power of 5, then this one, minus, don't forget the signs, minus 6y to the power 4, then plus 6. As I said, the y here to the power of 0. Here we have only 2 terms, which is y and -6. Okay, so let's say it is what degree here? 1st degree. Why 1st degree? Because here the power is 1. How many terms? 2 terms. This term and this term. So it's already written in standard form, y minus 6. This is the same of the standard form. So one more thing I want to tell you, if we have only 1 term, we call it monomial. Like what? Let's take some examples. Let's say if you have 3m only, if you have 5 only, if you have 3x squared only. So this alone we call it monomial because it's only 1 term. So this is monomial from the first degree. This is monomial from the 0 degree. This is monomial from the second degree. Okay? So if we have two terms, we call it binomial. Okay? Like what? Let's take some examples. 2m plus 5. These are two terms, so we call it binomial. Binomial from the first degree. Okay? Another example. 3y squared plus y. This is also a binomial because we have two terms. This term and this term. So binomial with the second degree. So what if we have three terms? Okay, so we have now monomial, binomial, and now trinomial. Tri, here bi means two, tri means three. Okay, so let's take one example for trinomial. Trinomial means we have three terms. Let's say 3b plus 5b squared plus 2. This is a trinomial because we have three terms. So it is a trinomial with the second degree. Why it's second degree? Because this is the largest degree in all the terms. So only we have three special names for monomial, binomial, and trinomial. If it's more than three terms, we say just four terms. We say 5 terms, 6 terms. There are no special name for these polynomials if you have it more than 3 terms. So let's see the last question in this lesson. Evaluate each polynomial. 2w plus w cubed minus 3w squared. For w equals 2 means I'm going to substitute 2 instead of each w here. Let's start. 2, I put a bracket and I put 2 inside it, plus I put a bracket 2 to the power of 3 plus 3 2 to the power of 2. We will start from the left to the right, and if you don't know how to order the operations, I will put the link for the lesson in the description box. You can watch it. Okay, 2 times 2 will be 4, plus 2 to the power 3 means 2 times 2 times 2 means 8, plus 3, I will open the bracket first, 2 to the power 2 means 4. I cannot multiply before I open the bracket. So 2 to the power 2, that doesn't mean 2 times 2, no, sorry, yes, 2 times 2, but here it's not 2 to the times 3, no. It is 2 times 2 times 2, and here 2 times 2. So let's see the answer. 4 plus 8 will be what? 12, plus here also 12. 12 and 12 will be 24. I hope that was easy for you. Okay, now let's see the last question. b minus b cubed minus 2b squared for b equal -1. I will substitute here. We have negatives, so be careful. -1 minus, I open the bracket. This minus is different than the negative that I put it for the b. -1 to the power of 3 minus 2, -1 square equals. Now be careful and make it little, don't make it quickly. -1 minus -1 to the power 3 is -1. -1 times -1 times -1 is -1, minus 2. -1 to the power 2 means -1 times -1. It doesn't mean that -1 times 2, no, it's -1 times -1, it will give you 1. Okay, -1, now here negative times negative, it will be positive. Let me write it again. -1, this one, plus, now these two negatives will be plus 1. Now -2 times 1, it will be -2. Equals -1 plus 1 will be 0, -2, so the answer will be -2 because this one will cancel with this one. I hope this lesson and my explanation was easy for you, and the lesson was easy. I think it's easy questions and easy lessons. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.